like that, but it started hurting like somewhere here and somewhere here simultaneously. And every night I thought that that night was going to be that. That was it, dude. That there's nothing else beyond that point that I was gonna say bye bye to everybody.
Yo guys, welcome back to another episode of Lagging-Bung. If you're new around here, my name is Tarun, joined with Dasit today. On today's episode, we have a very special guest joining us shortly. So guys, joined with us today is Amandha, one of the most popular influencers in Sri Lanka with over 44,000 followers over social media platforms such as Instagram and TikTok. So he's a well-known influencer for his positive impact towards the people of our country, in our country. And thank you so much, bro, for like joining us today. And so, how are you doing?
Absolutely, man. I'm doing quite well actually. How are you?
Oh, great, man!
We're
Like,
doing well, bro. We're doing so well.
so yeah,
Um, so yeah, bro. When I wake up in the morning, like the first thing I do is look at your stories, and your positive vibes are just so amazing. I mean, yeah, you just come in my like stories like always. So like your positive vibes, like so amazing. You obviously you motivate me and the people who follow you too. Like, how do you maintain the vibes, bro? So like how do you keep it going?
the positiveness.
Yeah.
So Arshad, what is the alternative of that?
What do you mean, bro?
What is the alternative? What is the alternative to being positive?
I mean, we should. I actually don't know how to explain it. That's
No, but
why.
so basically, what I'm trying to say is you have two choices. All right, you can either be positive about life and try and find the silver lining in everything, or you can be completely negative about life and see the fault in everything. Right? But you don't understand that the second you start seeing everything in a very dark, dim light, everything becomes bleak. You start losing out on chances and opportunities. Everything just goes dark, as opposed to realizing that no matter what happens in life, you're probably well off considering, amount of the population is really bad off considering the COVID situation as well. The fact that we get to sit at home under lights, under floodlights, with an AC here is really something. We're doing something right, right? So there's no reason for us to technically be upset about anything. We still have functional arms and legs, and we can still smile and see. And we're taking all these things for granted, man. We're so blessed and so ignorant of our blessings that we just choose not to see. We choose to see that small one thing that didn't go right, dude. You texted a girl last night, she left you on scene. That is the one thing you'll focus on, not the fact that there's a roof over your head, there's a bed right there you can sleep on. You know what I mean? You have good friends like this Tarun here. We
Yeah.
focus only on minute things. So I decided to flip my entire life around and start seeing only as much as I can the silver lining of things. And once you start doing that, dude, it becomes like a practice. And once that practice becomes a norm, life just opens up. It becomes pretty beautiful.
I mean, this is like, a lot of things to learn from you, bro. This is like say enlightening words from you.
Nice one.
Yeah.
So in case like your day doesn't go on well, like how do you like make it better? Like how do you feel like?
So all I like to think of is there are two types of days, right? One is good day. Good day, dude. Good day. You did good work, shot good well. Everybody's happy with you. Everything good. The other days are character building days. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, in essence. So that day I'll try and find whatever went wrong, and I'll try and make a lesson out of it, so that in the future when that event presents itself again, I know exactly what to do to avoid that catastrophe. I know exactly what to do. Wait,
So how was your day
That's great.
today?
pretty damn good, bro. Pretty
That's
damn good,
great.
man. Pretty damn good. I have not been getting enough sleep dude this past few days. I have this policy where no matter what time I go to sleep at, I have to wake up at 4:30, 4:45, right? So it's up to me whether I go to sleep or not. And I've been watching. I'm a huge Dragon Ball Z fan, and I found
Uh,
this guy does like spin-off of Dragon Ball
yes.
Z, like what happens in this guy's like to his father, like alternate timelines. All it's so interesting that I've been up till about like 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock watching this, and I get up again at
Uh,
4 o'clock. It's fun, man. Yeah, right. It's very tough,
so it's
but
like a routine thing for you to start at 4 or 4:30, right? Your day.
yeah, it's a must.
So, and you're like a very popular person for your taste in style, and you have played a huge role in the modeling industry. So, like, is this something you always wanted to do?
Uh, yes and no. I didn't know that when I was getting into modeling that this would be what I wanted to do. I had no idea. I thought it's going to be like a part-time thing, and you can do this and that. Because I think when I got into modeling, I was still working at Avance. Yeah, towards the latter part of Avance. And I didn't know. I had no idea. I was planning to join Sri Lankan Airlines. My plan was to become a pilot, and that whole other thing. Modeling was supposed to be like a side gig, man. But then I fell in love with it, Tarun. So basically, when you're on stage, man, all right, when you're on stage and the lights are on you, and it's you in dressing those the fanciest of fancy, like designer clothes, just for you. The shoes are for you. The pants are for you. The shirt is for you. That jacket is for you. Everyone's like, oh, and they're all with the camera like that. Oh my god! And the lights on you, and everything's on you. I love that. I fell in love with it. I fell in love with the entire process of
So
how immaculate that entire thing is, how precise it has to be, how if the three of us have to go, so me, Darshit, and Tarun. If Tarun, you had to go first and Darshit has to go second, and I go second, how Darshit's gonna, make it pretend like it was part of the choreography? Because you can't go on stage and go, no, it's my turn. You can't do that shit, right? So you have to like
yeah,
make it like a part of the routine. Yeah. So it's on that spot, dude, how you do that. And it has happened. It's so exciting. Because if you mess up, bro, you're gone. And I like that.
yes.
I like that tension. I like that pressure. I love it all.
So
I just fell in love with
um,
it.
you never had like stage fear or anything like that, right?
Pardon me?
You don't have like any stage fear or anything. You never had that. Did you experience that ever?
What do you mean?
Stage
I don't
fear,
understand what.
like
Like,
people
Street
have
view?
stage fear.
like
Like when they go on to stage, they get nervous and all.
I still don't understand the question, but sorry.
it's like when
So
you
like basically, yeah.
were you like nervous at any moment? Like, you're gonna go on stage. I'm nervous.
Oh, dude, I'm always nervous. Like it's always a new thing, right? Because there are always more people at the event, and technically nobody wants to come and see you fail. That's what you have to like keep telling yourself. Nobody wants to see you mess up, bro. But at the same time, dude, you understand this is going on like live feeds on Facebook and like Instagram, and everybody's Instagram and everybody's Facebook and everybody's sometimes on TV. So you cannot mess it up. So sometimes you do get chicken feet. You do get really scared, but it's at that moment of whether you're gonna power through it or if you're gonna crumble. And if you crumble, dude, because it's like this, man. So it's not just one walk, right? You're like seven. So if during the second one you crumble, the rest of all seven of this is gonna go to hell, right? So you can't afford to look like you have nothing under control. Everything's under control. You know exactly what you're doing. You're gonna smile at that person, laugh at that person, pause the camera, walk out, and go, and then starting all over again. It's that.
Oh,
And still,
that's
with
my
all this, you're like one of the best in Sri Lanka.
Oh, thanks, man. Not that's so kind of you. Thank you. I try. I really try.
That is facts, bro. And bro, like basically when we start up something, so let's take modeling, there's going to be a lot of challenges, right? So
Yeah.
did you face any one of like any challenges? And if you did, like, how did you overcome those?
I faced quite a few challenges, man. So when I first started modeling, obviously I was in good shape, and it's not so. If you take it like this, right? So if you start working in an office place, every day you go to work, right? Every day you go to work, every day you become a bit more familiar. But shows aren't like that. So you only get a show once in a while, and during that once in a while, you need to grab as much experience as you can, right? Because again, it's not like every day you get to go on stage and like experience the lights being on you and the trepidation of it on people and the anxiety and the feelings and all that. You cannot experience that every day. So when you're on the stage, you have to like absorb as much as you can and try and overcome that whole I am so scared right now problem, right? So when I first started, that was a big thing. I had stage fright, and you could see it in my walk. I was very stiff. I walk like this and pose like that. Just fuck
Yeah.
off. So in my first few videos, it's just really bad. It's just, like it's not even sugarcoat. It's just horrible shit. But gradually, then I didn't know how to pose right because I don't know, man. Like I used to try to smirk, but when I smirk, I kind of crumble. So I go like, and the photographer would get that exact moment where my mouth would go, and then that would be the picture, right? To a point where my agent was like, dude, if you can't smile, just don't smile. Like you're just ruining everything. So there have been challenges of that, man. I've been compared to other models, and it's on social media, right? So it's a picture of me and this model. I remember like very well. it's me and this model, and you get cotton mouth when you're on stage because you're so scared, right? And the only way you overcome cotton mouth is you rehydrate. So you go, oh, yeah. And he took a picture of me going, no. And the other model was probably posing to it, right? And it looked really bad. It looked horrible. Honest to God, it looked really bad. And people have commented on that saying, that other guy doesn't deserve to be on stage, bro. You deserve to be on stage too, my friend. And at first that hits you, bro. It really hits you, you know. But it's just one of those things you take, you improve, get better, and then go back.
So, basically, you don't care about the hate that people give, right? That's all.
Just ignore it.
I want to say, nah, man, I'm invincible, bro. Haters gonna hate. I want to say that shit, man. But even when I started off on TikTok, one of the videos I did, bro, I think it was a dancing video. And I will tell everybody who asks me this, I cannot dance. I will try, but I cannot dance, right? But I am better now than I was when I started. And one of the videos I did do it was something about how I'm like a gentleman on the streets and something else in the streets, some nonsense like that. You're supposed to do dance. That video got taken by a group of girls in South America, and they started duetting it, right? So every time they duet it, you get a notification saying that these people are actually using your video. And I was excited that people actually like duetting my videos, which is a big thing on TikTok. And it was just like hate. It was just saying, look at this piece of shit. He can't actually dance. Why is he even here? Why is he doing this? And that point, dude, you have to realize that there's, again, two ways to look at it, right? Either what they're saying is true, right? In which case, it's the absolute truth. I know it's the truth. You know it's the truth. You know it's the truth. The world knows it's the truth. But what you can do with that information is you can improve, right? And if you improve, you get better and then you win. Or it's a blatant lie. Like, apparently you can dance. I think it happened to one of my friends. Somebody commented on her video saying that she can't sing. So she put a video of her performing at like Cinema Lakeside or something. That kind of shut that person up. I think that person had deactivated the account and all that. In which case, dude, it's a lie. It's a blatant lie. I know it's a lie. You know it's a lie. The world knows it's a lie. And if it's a lie, you win. So if you start thinking of it like either they're all right and I can improve, or it's a lie and there's nothing wrong with it. If you start looking like that, it becomes pretty easy actually thinking.
That's really good, man.
Just
So
like
you take things in a positive way, a lot of them from your team.
Yeah, so like, is there any advice you want to like give to people following their passion, or not only like towards fashion or anything, but anything in life, like, because many people give up at a time, like, they think like, okay, I don't want to do this anymore, it's too hard. But then like, but you have gone through a lot. Like, see, you told me that you wanted to be this, and then like you had to go through this and all the challenges.
Quite a bit, man. All right. So look, I was in Abans for 6 years, right? My true passion when I finished school was to become a pilot. That's what I want. That's the only thing I wanted to do. But my family was not in a financial situation to finance that. Dude, piloting is expensive, bro. So I was like, okay. And my brother was finishing school, I think 2 years after me. So I told my dad, look, you keep your cash, you fund monthly, I will find a way to do this. So I was working part-time in Avance anyway. So I told my boss the next day, I'll work full-time. Forget it. I'll just do it. So my plan was then to become a rich CEO somewhere, to buy my own plane so that the pilot can then teach me how to fly. It's a long ass plan. I was like, okay, that makes sense. That somehow made sense. And that it somehow makes sense was a very depressive state for me because I did not like where I worked. I found the people to be conniving and kind of two-faced. Some people were genuine, and I love them. Like up to this date, I will still keep in touch with them and say hi. But some people would say hi to you like this and then just send rude messages to you behind your back, because I had this problem where I could not speak Sinhalese properly. I still can't speak Sinhalese properly, but back then it was worse, dude. So people had a problem with that, and that gets to you. My superiors and I didn't see eye to eye. There was a lot of friction, dude. So I woke up every day just absolutely hating life. In general, I hated everything. I didn't want to go to work. I hated work during work. I hated work after I came back from work because there's more work. I hated it. And I hated my life for 6 years, right? And then because I hated, when you start hating life and you start hating reality, you try to mitigate that, right? So then I got into this unnecessary binge of drinking and smoking, and it was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. So my health was an all-time low. I was depressed. Yeah, I was depressed as hell. And I realized that that is not a good way to live life. You're essentially killing yourself because you don't like reality. You're killing yourself. It's the stupidest thing you can do. So then I stopped it, man. I stopped drinking. I stopped smoking. And then I started like cleaning my act up. I started working out every day. 6 days a week, I started working out. I started eating clean, dude. I was a 105. I started and then I lost weight gradually. I got to work on time for once. I finished all my work. I rose to a position where even though I was the youngest brat in Amandha, I was pretty powerful, man. The only people I reported to were the managing director and the chairperson. Yeah, technically. And that's pretty much up there. And nobody could say anything to me. I came to work when I wanted. I did all my work. I hit all my targets. Went back home a champion. But I was still depressed because I knew in my heart of hearts that that is not what I wanted to do. Right? And when you realize that you're trying to compensate for what you really want to do with something else, it just doesn't make sense. So I realized that no matter what happens, I wanted to fly. So I said, okay, so I'll stop all this. I'll use my life savings to finance. There was an opening in Mihin Lanka. It's Mihin Lanka, bro, for cabin crew, and they train you. They train you for like 2 or 3 months, man. And that training costs about at that time I don't know, it was 2 lakhs or something. So I said, okay, so everything I have, everything I saved, I'll invest in this. It's either make or break. At this point, I don't really care. I'm gonna do this. And everybody was against it. You're such a secure position in this firm, blah, 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 blah. You're such a big job. You can do this. You got good money. Blah, 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 blah. I was like, nah, but I'm so depressed. And nobody understands that outside of you. Like nobody will get why you don't want to go to this place outside of you, right? Because you know how much it sucks. Only you will understand that. So I was like, I'm gonna do this. Whether you like it or not, I am gonna do this. So the 11th of January, 2015 or 16, I quit Abans. That was my last day. And then, dude, I joined Mihin Lanka. And I was a cabin crew member in Mihin Lanka for 3 months. And then they closed Mihin Lanka and absorbed it in Sri Lankan Airlines. So I flew for Sri Lankan for 2 years. Yeah, it was about 2 years. I did, man. I did everything. I saw the places, dude. I'm a big geek. I'm a huge geek, right? So I went to Japan and I went to Akihabara and I saw like it's proper anime central, man. Like the buildings, high-rise buildings also have these anime girls, and you get all the best of. Dude, and I love Japanese food, man. I love sushi so much. Like you can literally wake me up at 2 o'clock in the morning and say, bro, you know what? I have some sushi. Want to eat? I'll make. Yeah, I want to eat. And that is Japan, right? So, bro, I went to this authentic Japanese restaurant. And it's like, it's what you see in animes, man. It's so beautiful. So it's closed off like that. You get the chefs right in the middle and they're serving you. And they greet you the second you go, oh, and you're like, oh my God, it's all happening right now. And I sat down and I ordered the most expensive dish because I didn't want to squander my opportunity. And dude, it's this beautiful, massive bowl like that. And they had the fresh salmon and the fresh tuna and the fresh this and that. And they have those egg roll, salmon roll things and the eggs and this and that. It's so beautiful, right? To a point where, dude, you don't want to eat it because it looks so nice. And you're like, oh my God, I want to eat it, right? So dude, I did that thing where I took a bite and I just closed my eyes. And I kid you not, man, all right? I wasn't on anything, but I saw music. I was crying. It was such a beautiful thing, man. Right? And to a point, man, when I was leaving, I did the whole, oh, arigatou gozaimasu. And people are like, what the hell is this guy doing? That, right? So I did the whole thing, man. I went to China. China. So I went to Hong Kong. I went to Beijing. I went to Club, dude. I don't really like clubbing, but I went to Club there. It was nice. I went to the Middle East. I went to London. I didn't go to Australia. I went to India. We went there. Pakistan. We snorkeled or shallow reef snorkeling or something in Maldives. We did the whole hoopla thing, right? Shopping, eating, money, everything. But then, dude, I started asking the people who worked at Sri Lankan Airlines, are you happy with the job? And out of I asked 100 people, I kid you not, 3 people said, yeah. 3 out of 100 is a horrible statistic, man. And I was like, holy crap, so this is going to be my life. Like, essentially, I'll be serving people chicken or fish or vegetarian. Do you want Coke with that or do you want Fanta with that? That's it, bro. That's essentially what you do. All the way up to like 10 years, I think, is when you get the promotion. And again, if somebody wants to do flying and if that's your true passion, it won't feel that way for you, right? But for me, that's how it felt. The people there didn't like me either, for reasons I didn't understand. But whenever I got onto a flight, there was a lot of apprehension because people who always come into the flight because they've heard rumors about me. that I'm kind of an asshole and I'm very arrogant and I don't do my work. So I would naturally get a lot of shit thrown my way, which is not the case. I kind of like working. I love the people there, most of the people. And it was fun. It's just that every time I went on a flight, I was again very depressed. I found myself in that circle of I don't want to go to work, man. And then I realized that's a horrible way to live life. If you're just trying to exist and trying to survive, you're not living, dude. And your time here is so fragile. You're such a fragile thing, man. If something comes and hits you tomorrow, you're paralyzed. Like what is that, dude? Like, at any time you can get like a brain aneurysm, you're dead. Just drop dead. Done. So in this finite time that we have, we try to squander it by watching TV and drinking and boozing and eating too much and getting out of shape and just hating life, right? Just to rinse and repeat the cycle of hate. Monday you start work, you wait for a Saturday. Saturday you try and enjoy as much as you can by not remembering what happened on Sunday with your friends. And then you go back to work on Monday. That is, at least to me, that was a horrible way to try and live. So I tried exploring that. And then I found out that when I'm on the stage and the lights are on me, and that whole thing happens when you're on the ramp, I felt alive more than anything else. I felt so aware of my senses. Every time I did something right, I would feel so good about myself. And I realized, holy shit, this is what I want to do. I mean, I love this whole aesthetic thing. I love putting like outfits together. I like looking good. I like feeling good while looking good. It just all makes sense. So I took that leap of faith. And it's been 5 years since I started modeling. And I think about 3 years since I quit Sri Lankan Airlines to do this full time. And dude, every day I technically wake up with a smile because I love life. And I love what I do. Like everything from putting out that morning message to singing the songs, from every part of it, man, to recording the TikToks. Yeah, I freaking love it, dude. I cannot wait because I know exactly where I want to be. And I know that I'm a step closer. Every day I just get one step closer to that. I want to perform on stage and I can technically kind of sing now, right? Good job. So you can do that. But if you're always trying to push back your dreams and passions, saying, now is not the time for that. I will do this first. And with the money I earn from this, maybe I'll do that. Maybe, and you're doing this because, not because you want to do, but because your uncle told you to, and your father believes your uncle more than he believes you. And that whole thing happens, man. You're going to start hating life. So if I had to say it again, if you don't work on your passions, and if you don't follow that, you'll be working for somebody else who's trying to fulfill their passions. And you owe it to yourself to be happy, right? And when you get to my age, and now that I'm 29, I can say this, when you get to my age, son, you'll understand that the only person in this world who can make you truly happy is yourself. You to allow yourself to be happy, right? I came up with the theory that if all your superheroes are dead, who do you turn to? It's you. You have to save yourself, and the only way you can do that is to find out what you truly love and just run it. Just invest all your time in it. And the friends, they might come, they might go. The events, the nights out, all that, it might come and go. But if you look at like the guys we revere as the greats, like Kobe, right? If you go through all his videos, dude, never has he ever said that I regret what I did. Like the greatest of greats who hit like the highest highs in the Mike Tysons, the Bruce Lee's. None of these guys hated life. They genuinely believed what they were doing, and they loved it. They absolutely loved what they're doing, and they knew it was their passion. So if you feel that you need to do this whole round trip to get to your dream, it's not really that hard. If you find out that, look, man, you guys are young, you guys have time. You can mess up now. You can mess up as much as you want, dude. Just go out there, make as many mistakes as you want, and find your proper thing that what it is that you want to do. If this is what you guys want to do, like hosting podcasts, bloody hell, do it. Like Tom Bilyeu, all these guys that I look up to, they're doing this too, right? Impulsive is, I think, Logan Paul. They're also doing this, man. Joe Rogan. It's this more than anything else right now. It's this. So find out what you want to do and just hammer that down. And you start falling in love with everything. Like life becomes a blessing. And then like a couple of years down the road, people will call you guys for interviews and ask you, why are you so happy with life? And you tell the same story.
I mean, this is just so great, bro. So really, really bad. Like,
Like we have asked many people, like, we have asked so many influencers, like, please help us out, please do a small interview with us. Everyone has rejected us, like each and everyone. And then like, like
I mean, like, they tell they're gonna come and then they cancel out in the last moment. So that's why, we actually didn't know what to do. But you saved us today, to be honest. You saved us. You saved us.
Look, man, maybe they have their reasons, and I cannot speak for them or against them. Everybody has their reasons, so don't worry about it. But don't let anything stop you guys from doing this. I can see the passion in you guys when you're doing this. I mean, you guys obviously like doing this. Don't stop it.
Yeah.
Do it. Even if 100 people say no, one person will say yes. I'll come back.
Thank you
I'll
so
come
much.
back. We'll do another one. That's fine.
Thank you so
Don't worry
much,
about it.
bro. Means a lot, means a lot, bro. Means a lot.
Always.
Actually, so bro, this is like really good words. It really motivates us, to be honest. Exactly.
That's what I
So like,
do, bro. That's
yeah,
what I do.
it's like it's like you follow your passion and you do it. You're like a hero, to be honest.
I try. Thanks.
So,
if you're too sweet to me, dude, I'll start blushing and just looks bad for everybody. So that's not good. But yeah.
it's fact.
So there was a
Um,
part where you were talking about like smoking and drinking. This is something that like everyone goes through, like most of the people, and most of the people end up in the wrong road. It's like what was that turning point for you? Like when did you think, okay, I should stop this?
When you somebody told me this, dude, and again, I don't know how factually correct this is or not, but this is my turning point. I used to smoke roughly a pack a day when I was in Aban. So it was, I used to go to work with a friend of mine, and before I met him, I used to have a cigarette. Waiting for him, I'd have a cigarette. With him, I'd have a cigarette. In his car, all the way to work, I'd have a cigarette. Once I get to work, I'd have a cigarette. It just goes on like that, just 24 or 20, 26 at least a day. Then I come back at least 5 times a week. We go out and drink, right? And when you're drinking, smoking cigarette and all that, so it gets much worse. I started realizing that I had breathing problems, and I don't know if it was my lungs or it was my back, something or other, but it started hurting like somewhere here and somewhere here simultaneously. And every night I thought that night was going to be that. That was it, dude. That there's nothing else beyond that point that I was gonna say bye bye to everybody. And well, that was smoking, and then I realized that that's probably very unhealthy for you. Drinking, man, it got to a point where the party. So the party starts at 8 o'clock, you guys. Right? Party starts at 8 o'clock. You get there by 8:15. Amanda's already passed on the corner. Looks really bad. It looks really bad, dude. And then I just took a second, like really think about it, right? There is no doctor in the world worth his merit who would recommend you a cigarette, right? Nobody's going to say, oh, have a cigarette if you want to really chill out. Nobody's going to say that because it's horrible. Like, it's bad for you. Why are you doing it? Secondly, you find out that, so when you ask people, why do they want to drink and smoke, people all say, oh, I want to get the edge off. I just like be having that feeling. Or, it's like chill out and all that. Dude, are you saying that, like the questions that hit me was, are you saying that you're so weak mentally that you cannot enjoy yourself without having something like dumb you down, like something that neutralizes everything around you so you can only focus on, hey, maja? Sad, right? It got to a point where, dude, I realized that I was being a bad role model for my younger brother, and that after all the crap that my parents have gone through, they deserve better than this. That's it. Cold turkey, just done.
I mean, that's oh my god.
So
Like
No. It's not. Oh my god. That's the thing. Do not think of it. Oh my god, because people are gonna watch this. It's not. Oh my god. It's if I can do it, you can do it. It's very easy. I was really bad off, dude. So if I can do it, you guys can do it. First of all, don't do it. Secondly, if you're in it, don't worry about it. Don't do it. But
we don't do it, but also we have looked at these videos, like saying don't do it. So basic that keeps us from not going into that path. And plus now you just gave us real advices and all. It will
yeah,
obviously not let us go into that path ever.
good.
looking at
I
you
mean, if you
now,
if you really want to find out, just ask yourself why. Ask yourself why you're doing anything really, and if that makes sense, okay. Look at the facts. Look at the statistics. Look at the logic behind not your emotions, then do it.
I mean, like, after everything you have gone through, like, looking at you now, like, perfect, like, healthy and everything now, you're great, like, you're a legend, man. You have come out of everything.
Inspiration, man.
I try.
Oh my god.
So, next we have
Like
this.
we learned a lot from this too. Even though we're doing it, we learned a lot from this too. Like Tarun will agree with me. It's like
Ah,
we learned a
True, bro. So,
thanks,
now.
Bobby.
Now we have a small segment. It's like a small game. So it's like basically rapid fire. So we are going to ask a few questions.
Okay. Okay, cool. As long as I don't have to stand up, I'm good.
So you motivate many people. So tell one person who motivates you the most.
Tom Bilyeu.
Sorry?
Tom Bilyeu. Biluyu. I think.
Oh.
Nice guy.
So if modeling was something that, like, other than modeling, something else you would love to do, other than, okay, it's a pilot, I guess, like pilot.
Do I know that the world is open and I can do anything I want?
I don't get
I can do anything I want.
Yeah,
Can
yeah.
I do anything I want?
Yeah.
Professional gamer or guitarist, one of the two, whichever one you like.
You're a pretty good singer. Like, I have seen all your stories. And
Yeah, good.
a Sri Lankan celebrity crush.
Pardon me?
A Sri Lankan celebrity crush.
Sri Lankan celebrity crush. Dude, I kind of know this girl, so I can't say I kind of know the girl, so I can't say that. But there has to be a backup. A backup would be she's on The Voice to Maria. I think she's beautiful, and I think she has like a really nice voice. Done.
We were talking about her like today, and yeah,
Yeah.
I can't continue.
Dasit had a question for you. Dasit.
Bro, how many girls do you get in your DM per day, bro? Okay.
One or two.
Maybe there might be more. You're not saying it, I guess. For sure,
One
there's
or two.
more.
I'm not that famous. Don't worry about it.
Do you reply?
Sorry?
Do you reply to them?
Yeah, I try to reply to everybody, man. I try to reply to as many people as I can. It's just that some guys would say hi and then show me a picture that I don't want to see. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what girls come to I get that, dude, and I do not want to see that. So I try not to, and I don't want to discriminate. That's the worst thing, because there are some really nice guys. All right, there are some really sweet guys. Like your message, I did not see it because there's a whole list of guys who are like, "Hi, bro," and then I say, "Hi, how are you?" Then it's that. It's not. I'm doing well. How are you? It's none of that. There's no build up. It's just, here's my thing, and I was like, "Oh man, I'm having a juice, bro. I don't want to see that right now." You know what I mean? So it's kind of like.
So when I texted you, I thought I'll never get a reply, to be honest. And then today morning, you hit us up and you saved us. You're lifesaver, man.
Oh,
Actually,
don't worry.
So another one.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I missed your text, man. But you don't understand that I get a lot of unsolicited pictures that I don't want to see.
Yeah, I mean, you actually helped us. Yeah,
A model you would love to work with.
Arnika. Oh, sorry. Like Sri Lankan model. I'm already working.
Anyone.
Okay, so there is this model I would love to work with. He's the guy who actually inspired me to get into the field I am in, and he's a model I always look up to. His name is David Gandhi. If I could ever have the chance to work on a ramp with him, I'd love it. Outside of that, I'm good.
And there was this other question we were like always planning on asking, like, have you ever felt, okay, I have made it, or like, do you still feel like, okay, I want to do something like better than this? Like, have you come to a moment like you had done it?
You felt like you did it.
You achieved
How do you mean?
what I wanted to do, and you achieved it, something like that. Have you ever like
Feel like you have done what you wanted to do. Yeah.
like,
No, man, no. I don't think I'll ever feel that way, because I don't know if you guys have watched it, and if you guys haven't, you owe it to yourself to watch. Matthew McConaughey has a speech I think he gives during the Oscars, where somebody asks him who his role model is or who he looks up to in life, and he says the only person he looks up to in life is himself 10 years from now. So when he was 15, the 25-year-old version of him, right? And when he was 25, they asked the same questions. It's like, oh, so now you're 25, you probably hit that goal. It's like, I'm not even close. The guy I'm chasing up now is my 35 self, and I know how much he has achieved, right? I know how much he has done. I haven't even like started scraping that barrel, so I'm always on the run. So I don't think I'll ever get to a place where I can say I've done it. That is not to say that I don't have job satisfaction. It's not to say that I will never have like a sense of completion or achievement. I think every day, if I meet my daily goals, I win. That's all. I look at that and I think, okay, good job. That's all you need to do. And I know in the grander scale of things, I don't want to say I actually made to the top. I'm actually this big guy now. I don't have like look at this and all that crap. Because the second that gets into your head, man, you start slowing down. And you can't afford to slow down if you really want to hit that level of greatness that we all aspire to hit. So I do not want to give myself that validation of saying, good job, man, you're top of the world right now. Because I know I'm not. And and I don't ever want to be satiated or satisfied like that. What's the point?
And there was this
Keep grinding.
me and Dasit always wanted, like, just think we're going to a mall and then someone comes up to us and like asking, can I have a picture with you? Like, you have gone through that. Like, how does that feel? Like, your first fan picture.
That was pretty amazing, man. The fact that more than my first fan picture, man, when people start giving you value because you're in the field you want to be in and you're appreciated for who you want to be appreciated as, that feels amazing. When people value you for the person you know you are supposed to be, that's pretty cool. So people come and say hi and like take pictures and say, I love your pictures. They're like, oh my god, thank you so much. But you have to be cool about it. You can't scare the shit out of that. Oh, thanks so much. But in the inside, I'm yeah, thank you. But play cool and say, oh hey, thank you so much. It's very kind of you. But it's that, man. The first time it actually happened, I can't remember when it was. It has to be, I think, somewhere last year. I was. It's that, man. It's that feeling of thanks, man. But at the same time, you have to be very cool about it and say, oh, thank you. That's so kind of you. What's your name? Do you want to take a picture and all that? And I try not to go by the whole you're my fan, I'm your whatever the thing is supposed to be, because I know what it's like to actually meet your superhero. And once you meet your superhero, like there's a saying that says don't meet your superheroes because it's not what you think it is. Sometimes people can be two different things, right? What you see on social media, me, can be a completely different me when you see me in public, right? Can be a complete asshole. So I try to make people understand that it's not really about fan base or anything like that. It's family, man. I want to hang out with you. I want to get to know your story. How do you come across me? How do you come across all the other people? What is a day in your life like? And I would love to have that. So the first moment when I met a fan was awesome. But I hope to God, it was this guy, man. It's it's not Tanushka, it's Heshan. Heshan De Silva, I think. I had a small meet and greet. Yeah, dude, I had a small meet and greet way back when. I think 2 years ago, December. And Heshan and two of the boys. I can't remember the names, but Heshan was the one I really remember because he skipped class and came all the way from Nigambo just to like say hi and go. I was like, oh, dude, thanks, man. And he and I have been keeping in touch, but that's the thing, man. So as long as you integrate them into your family and make them feel like, there's a point to you, I think it's pretty cool. But when he came and said, hey, man, I follow you on like Instagram. Can you please like take a picture? I was like, okay. It's pretty surreal.
Yeah.
So I guess like we had to wrap things up right now. So
Yeah.
thanks a lot for like making this happen. Like it's
Thank you
so
so much, bro.
yeah.
My
And
pleasure, boys.
guys, if you like the video, please subscribe, like, and y'all can check out Aya's Instagram and TikTok. Link is in the description, and follow him, guys. Make him the highest followed person on Sri Lanka.
He deserves it. He for sure does.
Thanks. That's the you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dad. I'll
Yeah,
see you
thank
guys
you.
soon.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Bye.
Okay, bro. Thank you.